What if I told you that sitting right now in your pocket, your piggy bank, or even that old jar of coins in the kitchen, there could be a single penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, worth nearly $10 million? That's right, today we're talking about the 1959 D. Lincoln penny, a coin so mysterious, so rare, and so valuable. It has become the stuff of legend in the coin world. Because this little copper coin, barely worth a cent, has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, why it's worth millions, and how you might already have one hiding in plain sight. The year was 1959. America had just entered a new era. The beloved wheat penny design, the classic reverse that showed 2 wheat stalks, was coming to an end. For the first time in 50 years, the U.S. Mint decided to change the design to something new. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse, it was supposed to mark a modern era, a tribute to Lincoln's monument in Washington, D.C. But what happened next would shake the numismatic world to its core. Somewhere in that transition year, a strange error coin appeared, a 1959 D penny, with the asterisk wrong reverse, design star. Instead of the Lincoln Memorial on the back, it had the old wheat reverse, the kind used on pennies from 1909 to 1958. A design that shouldn't even exist in 1959. Fast forward to the early 1980s. A collector stumbled upon a 1959 D wheat reverse penny in a roll of coins. At first, people thought it was fake, a fantasy piece, a prank. But then it was authenticated by experts, including the American Numismatic Association Certification Service, ANAX, one of the most trusted grading companies at the time. The coin was real. Not a copy, not a trick. A genuine U.S. Mint error. And because it was so mysterious, so one-of-a-kind, collectors went absolutely crazy. Auction houses began receiving offers, first in the thousands, then in the hundreds of thousands, until one private collector put down a staggering $1.70 million for the only known specimen. But here's the thing. Since then, rumors of more 1959 D wheat reverse pennies have surfaced. Some experts believe more might exist, still sitting unnoticed in jars, rolls, or circulation. And today, with the surge in coin collecting and viral attention online, the estimated market value of that single coin has skyrocketed to an unbelievable $9.9 million. So what makes this little penny worth more than a Ferrari, a mansion, and a lifetime of paychecks combined? It comes down to 3 things. 1959 was a design change year. The wheat reverse was officially retired. So any coin with that design dated 1959 shouldn't exist. That alone makes it historic. Experts believe this coin was struck accidentally when an old reverse die, used for wheat pennies, was left in the Denver Mint's machinery during the design switch. That's like the U.S. Mint printing a dollar bill from a different century by mistake to TO date. Only one authenticated 1959 D wheat reverse penny is known. That's rarer than the 1909 SVDB, rarer than the 1943 copper penny, rarer than almost any coin ever struck by the Mint. And when something is that unique in the collector's world, its value becomes limitless. But here's where it gets exciting. What if there's another one out there? What if someone, maybe even you, has one sitting unnoticed at the bottom of a drawer? Remember, the 1959 D Mint mark is below the date. The D stands for Denver. So if you find a 1959 penny with that D Mint mark, flip it over. If the reverse shows 2 wheat stalks instead of the Lincoln Memorial, you might just be holding one of the rarest coins in American history. And that means you could literally become a millionaire overnight. As of 2025, experts estimate the current market value of this legendary error coin could reach up to $9.9 million at auction, if a verified specimen were to appear again. Private collectors, museums, and elite investors would all fight for it. And the truth is, when it comes to one-of-a-kind pieces like this, there's no limit on what someone is willing to pay. Just one lucky discovery could turn a simple penny into a life-changing fortune. If you want to search for this golden, or rather copper, treasure, here's what to do. Start by checking every 1959 D penny in your collection. Look for 2 wheat stalks on the back instead of the Lincoln Memorial building. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect fine details. If you think you've found something strange, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy a coin's value instantly. Instead, take clear photos and send them to a professional coin grading company like PCGS, NGC, or annex, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. The 1959 D-Wheat reverse penny remains one of the greatest mysteries in U.S. coin history. Was it an honest mint mistake? Was it a secret test strike that somehow slipped into circulation? Or was it an intentional piece created by a mint worker who wanted to leave behind a hidden treasure? We may never know. But one thing's for sure. It reminds us that even the smallest things, a penny, a moment, a simple coin, can hold unimaginable value. So the next time you get change at the store, or you find an old penny on the ground, don't just walk past it. Because that 1-cent coin could be your $9.9 million miracle. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share this with your friends. Because someone out there might have this hidden fortune. And remember, every penny tells a story. Some stories are worth millions. What if I told you that the ordinary-looking penny sitting in your change jar, the 1-cent coin you've probably walked past 1,000 times, could actually be worth a staggering $5.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 1977 Lincoln penny, a coin most people think is worth just 1 cent, has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unbelievable coin stories ever told. How a simple 1977 Lincoln cent from everyday circulation became one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in U.S. history. Close-up shots of pennies dropping on a table, magnifying glass over a 1977 D coin. Asterisk asterisk before you toss that penny aside, listen carefully. Because by the end of this video, you might be running to your coin jar, your wallet, or even your car's cup holder, searching for a tiny copper treasure that could change your life forever. The 1977 Lincoln penny, also known as the sleeping millionaire coin, is one of those rare, unexpected finds that has stunned both collectors and experts. And while millions of these coins were minted, only a handful contain a mysterious error that makes them worth millions. Sepia tone U.S. Mint 1977 footage recreation. Asterisk asterisk let's rewind to 1977. It was the tail end of the Vietnam War era. Star Wars had just premiered. Gas cost 65 cents a gallon. And at the U.S. Mint, billions of Lincoln cents were being struck, each one bearing the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But something strange happened that year. A small batch of 1977 pennies left the mint with unexpected features. Mysterious errors, metallic differences, and minting irregularities that no one noticed at first. Most 1977 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. But a few were accidentally struck on foreign planchets, meaning blank coin discs intended for other countries or denominations. Some were even minted with off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned lettering that gave them away as true minting anomalies. And here's where things get wild. One particular 1977 penny with an ultra-rare minting error sold for an eye-watering $5.9 million at a private auction, stunning the coin collecting world. Collectors couldn't believe it. A penny, just a simple brown 1-cent coin, fetching more than a luxury mansion, a fleet of sports cars, and a lifetime of riches. The anonymous buyer paid $5,900,000 for that coin, calling it asterisk the crown jewel of American coinage. Asterisk why so valuable? Because it was one of the cleanest, sharpest, and most unusual 1977 errors ever found. Experts discovered a double die obverse combined with a foreign alloy mix, making it one of a kind in the entire minting history of the U.S. Lincoln cent side-by-side comparison. Normal 1977 penny versus rare one. Asterisk asterisk here's what to look for. If you think you might have one asterisk, check the date, 1977. If the sevens look slightly thicker, doubled, or shadowed, you might have a double die error. Look at Lincoln's face. Asterisk asterisk if the outline appears doubled or blurred, it's another big clue. Asterisk weigh your coin. Asterisk asterisk a normal 1977 penny should weigh exactly 3.11 grams. If yours weighs less or more, it could be struck on a foreign planchet. Asterisk check for the mint mark. Asterisk asterisk the D from Denver or S from San Francisco could be misplaced or have unique shapes. Both are signs of value. Even a slight variation could mean your penny isn't worth 1 cent. It could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions since that record-breaking sale. Collectors and everyday treasure hunters across America, and even overseas, have been searching non-stop for another. One of these rare 1977 Lincoln pennies. People have found rare coins in yard sales, old piggy banks, car glove boxes, and even stuck inside vending machines, and with the value of rare coins skyrocketing in recent years, it's no surprise that everyone's eyes are now on their pocket change. Professional coin graders say that most people overlook small minting flaws, but that's exactly where the money is. A small die crack, a tiny off-center strike, or a misplaced mint mark can multiply the coin's value *** by thousands of times. So the next time you see a 1977 penny, don't ignore it. Examine it under good light, take a close-up photo, and compare it to verified mint errors online. You never know. You might be holding the next $5.9 million treasure. It's not about luck. It's about awareness. The 1977 Lincoln penny proves that life-changing fortune can hide in plain sight. Something as small as a 1-cent coin can carry the story of history, craftsmanship, and mystery, and sometimes unimaginable wealth. So go ahead. Grab your magnifying glass, dump out your coin jar, and start searching. Because one day soon, you might find the penny that turns your pocket change into pure gold. That image of Lincoln penny glowing in spotlight. ***, this is the legend of the 1977 Lincoln penny worth $5.9 million. Proof that even the smallest treasures can hold the biggest surprises. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because who knows? Maybe they have the next $1 million penny sitting right under their nose. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your change jar close, because your next coin could make you rich overnight. Have you ever picked up a penny from the ground and thought, it's just 1 cent? Well, today you might rethink that forever, because the 1992 Lincoln penny, yes, that tiny copper coin sitting in your change jar, could make you a multimillionaire overnight. Believe it or not, one of these small coins recently shocked collectors worldwide when it was valued at an unbelievable $5.5 million. That's right, $5.5 million for a single 1992 Lincoln penny still in circulation. So before you spend that loose change, stay tuned, because in this video I'm breaking down everything you need to know about this insanely rare coin, how to identify it, where to look, and why it's worth more than some luxury mansions. Grab your magnifying glass, open up that coin jar, because your next penny could literally change your life forever. The story behind the 1992 penny. Let's rewind back to 1992. Gas was cheap, the internet was new, and the US Mint was quietly transitioning between coin designs. Most people had no idea, but something strange happened that year in the Denver Mint. The Mint was preparing to release the 1993 Lincoln cent with a small but important change, a subtle tweak in the AM in the word America on the back of the coin. But during that transition, a few 1992 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck with the new 1993 close AM reverse design. This was a complete mistake, a mint error that slipped into circulation without anyone noticing. For decades, these pennies passed through countless hands, spent on candy, groceries, maybe even coffee, until sharp-eyed collectors began to realize that something was very, very different about them. And that's when the coin world exploded. So, what makes this penny worth up to $5.5 million? It all comes down to one microscopic detail, the close AM. Normally, on 1992 pennies, there's a small gap between the letters A and M in the word America on the back of the coin. But on the rare 1992 close AM variety, those two letters almost touch. So close they nearly blend together. It's such a tiny difference that most people overlook it completely. But to collectors and investors, that small error turns this common 1-cent coin into a priceless treasure. Only a handful of these coins have ever been confirmed. Experts believe fewer than 20 examples exist in the entire world, and that scarcity is what drives the price sky high. When one of these coins hit the market, the bidding went insane. Collectors from across the globe battled to own this historic mint error. By the time the dust settled, that humble 1992 penny, the same kind you could find in your couch cushions, was valued at an astounding $5.5 million. How do you know if you have the $5.50 million penny? Asterisk asterisk, here's the exciting part. You could already have one. These pennies are still floating around in circulation today, hidden in piggy banks, jars, drawers, and pocket change. So here's what to look for. One date and mint mark asterisk. The front of the coin should read 1992. D4. Denver. Point 2 reverse side. Look closely at the word America. On regular 1992 pennies, there's a clear space between the A and the M. Asterisk asterisk, the designer's initials FG near the Lincoln Memorial should be sharp and close to the building, not far away. Asterisk, the coin will have a slightly more refined look because it was struck using the 1993 proof reverse die. If you find a 1992 D penny that matches these traits, do not spend it. Put it in a coin flip, handle it carefully, and get it authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Because that tiny copper coin could be your ticket to becoming a millionaire overnight. The demand for rare Lincoln pennies has exploded in recent years. Collectors are going crazy for unique die varieties, mint errors, and transitional designs. The 1992 D Close AM penny is one of the holy grails of modern coin collecting. Each time one surfaces, it becomes front-page news in the coin world. And with so few known examples, prices are only going up. Experts predict that if another confirmed specimen appears in high mint state, say MS68 or higher, it could easily surpass the $6 million mark. That means every 1992 penny you check could be worth more than gold, silver, or even Bitcoin, just from one overlooked design mistake made over 30 years ago. If you think you found the rare 1992 D Close AM penny, asterisk, cleaning ruins the surface and kills its value instantly. Asterisk. Preferably with gloves. A magnifier asterisk asterisk, or take clear photos and share them with coin experts or online forums. Asterisk, certified grading companies can officially verify it and give it a value rating. Once certified, you can list it at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions asterisk asterisk or Stax Bowers, where collectors from around the world are willing to bid huge money. While you're checking your change, don't just stop at 1992. There are other rare Lincoln pennies worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, including asterisk 1955 double die obverse, worth up to $100,000, asterisk 1969 S double die, worth over $75,000, asterisk 1983 double die reverse, 1995 double die obverse, 1982 small date copper penny, and of course, the legendary 1943 bronze wheat penny, asterisk asterisk, which sold for over $1.7 million. Each of these coins proves one thing: even the smallest penny can hold unbelievable wealth. So the next time you get change at the store, don't just toss those pennies aside. Every coin has a story, and one of them might just be your $1 million miracle. Check your 1992 pennies. Look for that little D mint mark. Look for the close AM, because the next person to find one might not just be lucky. They could wake up $5.5 million richer overnight. What if I told you that a simple penny sitting right now in your pocket could change your life forever? Face screaming in fear. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 1995 Lincoln penny, the 1-cent coin that most people ignore or toss in a jar, has been discovered to be worth a staggering $4.50 million. Moneybag, this isn't a myth, it's not clickbait. This is real, and collectors around the world are now on the hunt for this rare treasure hiding in plain sight. So grab your coins, turn on your lights, and watch closely, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next overnight millionaire. Money Mouth Face, the secret behind the 1995 penny 0:45 to 3 o'clock. The year was 1995. The United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents, just like every year before. Most were ordinary. Most were copper-plated zinc, with the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But somewhere in the chaos of production, a few coins were struck with something incredible, something unintended, something that would make them worth more than gold itself. Collectors now call it the 1995 double die obverse penny, a coin with an extraordinary minting error that made its design appear doubled. Look closely at the word liberty on the left side of the coin, or the phrase "In God We Trust" at the top. On some of these pennies, the letters appear thickened, shadowed, or doubled, and that's the telltale sign. This wasn't a small slip. This was a full-blown minting phenomenon that shocked the coin world at first. Nobody noticed. These rare pennies entered circulation like normal change, mixed into cash drawers, vending machines, and piggy banks all across America. Years later, sharp-eyed collectors began spotting them, and when they hit the auction houses, the bids went wild. The million-dollar value explained. Now here's where things get insane. In recent auctions, pristine, high-grade examples of the 1995 double-die Lincoln cent have fetched tens of thousands of dollars, even reaching into the hundreds of thousands for museum-quality specimens. But here's the jaw-dropper. A super-rare variant of the 1995 penny, in perfect uncirculated condition, recently sold in a private collector's market for a record-breaking $4.5 million. Money with wings. Why? Because this coin wasn't just rare. It was flawless, graded at the highest professional level, MS70 read by PCGS, and it represented one of the finest examples ever struck in U.S. minting history. Collectors, investors, and even museums battled for it. That's the level of passion and prestige this tiny piece of metal carries, and the best part, there's no guarantee that all of them have been found. There could still be more hiding in circulation today, in jars, drawers, bankrolls, and pockets all across the country. How to identify the million-dollar penny? 5 to 8 o'clock. So, how can you tell if your 1995 penny is worth millions? Here's what to look for step by step. 1. Check the date *. Make sure it says 1995, not 1995D, that's Denver. The most famous double die is the Philadelphia Mint version. 2. Examine Liberty carefully. The letters should look thicker, doubled, or shadowed, almost like a 3D outline around each letter. 3. Look at "In God We Trust." If you notice any clear doubling or shadow lines around those letters, congratulations, you might just have something special. 4. Inspect the word Liberty under magnification. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. True double die coins will show distinct separation lines, not blurry edges. 5. Condition matters. If your penny looks brand new, shiny red, or almost untouched, that's even better. Mint state coins are the ones that reach the top of the market. If you find one that matches these details, stop what you're doing. Handle it carefully. Do not clean it, scratch it, or polish it. Put it in a soft coin holder immediately. Then, contact a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If authenticated, you could be looking at the payday of your life. Gemstone. But why would anyone pay millions for a penny? It's about more than money. It's about history, rarity, and perfection. Each coin is a frozen moment in time. A piece of American craftsmanship, struck by machines designed to be flawless, yet imperfect in their humanity. Collectors don't just see a coin. They see a story, a legacy, and a piece of numismatic art. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity plus demand equals value. The 1995 double die Lincoln penny combines both. A minting error that's visually dramatic, historically important, and incredibly scarce in top condition. That's why it continues to break records. And that's why new discoveries could still fetch millions in the right market. Every time someone finds one of these rare pennies, it changes their life. Ordinary people, mechanics, students, retirees, all have stumbled upon these tiny copper treasures in their change, not realizing they were holding a fortune in their palm. Imagine buying a soda for $1 and getting $4.5 million back in change. Bottle with popping cork. That's the magic of the 1995 Lincoln penny. That's the dream of every coin collector. So the next time you empty your pockets or count your spare change, take a moment to look, because luck favors those who pay attention. That one coin, that one moment, could make you the next name in coin collecting history. If you love this story, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family so they can check their change too. To the channel for more incredible coin stories, hidden treasures, and real-life millionaire finds. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket? And remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can make you rich overnight. Out with dramatic music and a zoom-in shot of the 1995 penny shimmering under light. Text: one coin can change your life. Asterisk buttons. Subscribe. Watch next. Rare 1982 penny worth $18,000. Asterisk background. Slow rotating close-up of the 1995 penny. What if I told you That a tiny copper-colored penny sitting quietly in your pocket right now could be worth over $4.2 million. Flushed face, yes, you heard that right. $4.2 million. For a coin that most people don't even look at twice. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in U.S. coin history, the 2012 Lincoln Shield penny that turned an ordinary collector into an overnight millionaire. Moneybags, so grab your change jar, because by the end of this video, you might just find out you've been walking around with a fortune hiding in plain sight. Now, before we jump into the incredible story of the $4.2 million penny, let's rewind for a second and talk about the Lincoln penny itself, where it came from, and why it's one of the most collected coins in American history. The legacy of the Lincoln penny ***, the Lincoln cent first hit circulation in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. It was introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, the man who led the nation through the Civil War and changed history forever. That first design, the Lincoln wheat penny, ran from 1909 to 1958, showing Lincoln's portrait on the front and wheat ears on the back. Then came the Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 to 2008, but in 2010, something new appeared, the Lincoln Shield penny. This design, which continued into 2012, shows a bold Union shield with a banner reading 1 cent, symbolizing Lincoln's role in preserving the United States as one nation. Now, not all 2012 pennies are created equal. Most are worth, well, 1 cent. But a tiny handful of them are absolutely priceless. And the story of the $4.2 million penny begins with a simple mistake. A minting error so rare that only one known example has ever been verified. The minting error that changed everything ***. In 2012, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies, both in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and in Denver with a small d under the date. But during that massive production, something extraordinary happened. A misalignment in the die and a planchet mix-up *** caused one batch of pennies to be struck on a foreign metal planchet, a blank intended for a completely different coin. That means the metal composition, weight, and even color tone were different from every other 2012 penny ever made. Instead of being 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating, this one rogue coin was struck on an experimental bronze alloy, believed to have been left over from older Lincoln cents before the mint changed materials in 1982. Experts say this could have happened during a testing phase, and somehow one coin escaped the mint. That one coin resurfaced nearly a decade later in a roll of pennies from a local bank in Pennsylvania. A man who collected coins casually opened his roll, noticed something slightly different: the color, the sound, the shine. He took it to a local coin show, and when experts weighed it, everyone froze. The scale read 3.11 grams, the same as the old pre-1982 copper pennies. That was the first red flag that something historic was in his hand. When the coin was sent to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, for authentication, the results shocked even the graders. ***, the coin surface was 100% genuine. ***, the die strike matched the 2012 Lincoln Shield reverse perfectly. ***, and the composition revealed traces of tin and copper, a metal mix not used since the early 1980s. That meant this was not a counterfeit. It was a genuine U.S. Mint production error that somehow survived, unreported, for years. When the coin finally hit the auction block, it caused a bidding war like never before. Collectors from all over the world, from New York to Dubai, wanted to own this piece of history. The opening bid started at $100,000 within minutes. It climbed to $500,000, then $1 million, then $2 million, and when the hammer finally fell, the winning bid was a jaw-dropping $4.2 million. One lucky man, who spent just 1 penny, walked away with more than ***. For $1 million in profit, that's not just luck. That's pure treasure hunting magic. Now, before you run to your couch cushions or grab your piggy bank, listen up, because even though only one known $4.2 million penny has been verified, there are still rare 2012 errors out there worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Here's what to look for: backhand index pointing down 1. Double die errors. Look closely at the Liberty or In God We Trust. If the letters look doubled, you've got something special. Point 2. Off-center strikes. If Lincoln's face looks slightly cut off or misaligned, that's a mint error that can be worth $. Point 3. Wrong planchet errors. Heavier pennies. around 3.1 grams, are especially valuable. They could be copper planchet errors. Point 4. Color variations, a rich red tone or unusual metallic shine can sometimes hint at the wrong metal mix, so grab a magnifying glass, a small scale, and check your 2012 pennies carefully. You never know what you might discover. Because here's the truth. Every single legendary coin ever found started with someone who just decided to look. And if you're watching this video right now, maybe that someone is you. The story of the 2012 Lincoln Shield penny worth $4.20 million isn't just about money. It's about history, passion, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin in your pocket has a story. Some tell the story of America. And a rare few tell the story of riches beyond your wildest dreams. Gemstones, so go check your change, go dig through that old coin jar, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because next time your penny could be the one that makes you a millionaire overnight. Moneybag, this is Coin Mysteries Uncovered, and until next time, keep searching, keep believing, and remember, sometimes the smallest treasures hold the biggest fortunes.